Hi Tigers, happy Friday. Today is our first Fun Friday and today we're going to learn how to make some DIY harmonicas. They're kind of fun, kind of loud and noisy, but we love that in music class, right? So let's get started. These are the materials that you are going to need. You're going to need some popsicle sticks, or these are just wooden sticks, but popsicle sticks would be perfect. They're just some kind of wider ones. We've got a pair of scissors here. We've got our toothpicks here. Just a couple of those we'll need. We'll need 2 of these rubber bands, and we'll need a sheet of paper. You could also grab like highlighters or markers if you want to decorate afterwards. So let's get started. These materials are also all listed in your Google Classroom. When it comes to cutting toothpicks, which we're going to need to do here in a second though, you will need parental guidance for this part, but other than that, this should be a pretty fun and easy activity to do. Let's get started. So the very first thing I want to do is I want to measure out a piece of paper that can fit inside of my 2 pieces of wood or my popsicle sticks. So I'm going to take the wood and line it up to the edge of the paper, and I'm going to just trace out the shape and size of this popsicle stick. Now I'm going to take my scissors and I'm going to cut out this shape. I'm going to make it just slightly smaller than my actual shape. That way it fits a little bit better in the wood. So as you can see, I didn't cut perfectly on that line there, but that's okay. I'm just going to cut. All right, and that's my first step. I've got my piece of paper here to make the sound vibrate in my harmonica. Now that I've got my paper measured out right, I'm going to go ahead and cut my toothpicks down to size. Now, if you are doing this by yourself, you need a parent to help you with this part just to make sure that being safe. And we're going to cut the toothpicks down to size. So I want my toothpick to be the same width or just as wide, that's what width is, as the piece of wood here. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to trim it on each side. Usually it's pretty easy to just snip, and a little piece might fly, that's okay. Then I'm going to snip on the other side, snip, and then snip. Now that I have my 2 perfect little pieces of toothpicks here, I'm going to go ahead and sandwich those together within the harmonica. So to make this easier on myself, I'm going to need my rubber bands for this part. I'm going to start with 1 piece of toothpick at a time. So the first piece of toothpick we can make easy. We're just going to put it on top of the paper. It's about 1 inch to a 1/2 inch inside the edge. And I'm going to sandwich the other piece of popsicle stick on top. Kind of adjust it if I need to. And then I'm going to rubber band this into place. I want to make sure that it really holds in that toothpick tight, so that way it doesn't fly out on me. Okay, just like that. As you can see, it's held in tight. It's not going to go anywhere. Now I need to put the other piece of toothpick in. Now this toothpick, we know that this one went on top of our paper here. So this next toothpick needs to go underneath of the paper. What that's going to do is it's going to give it a vibration effect, right? So this one is on top. This one is going to go underneath the paper. So if you can look at my layers, this one goes underneath of the paper. Same distance, all of that good jazz. But we just kind of want it to see how it kind of has that ripple effect in there. It's not perfectly one flat piece, right? It's kind of got a room in there for air to go through. So we want our vibrations to go through so we can actually make that sound of music. And I'm going to rubber band here. And there you have it. I'll rubber band both pieces of your toothpick in there, so you kind of got that paper kind of laid in there. You are actually technically finished with your harmonica. Now, I don't want to leave it boring like this. If you might have colored popsicle sticks that make it look a little bit more fancy, but I'm just going to decorate a little bit. I'm going to put some smiley faces. This is totally optional. Maybe I'll put my name and all that good jazz. So I'm going to put some smiley faces here and here and here, and just kind of decorate my new harmonica. And if you look, you're done. It may look like there's no way that'll actually work, but I'll show you at the end here that it actually does. If you look, the little pieces here, it's very, very hard to see, but that's what allows the air through and the vibrations through to be able to really play that sound. And another way that you can help yourself is while you play that sound, if you pinch the edges, it can kind of change your sound. You can play on different parts of the harmonica to get different sounds. And it's a really fun and kind of easy craft to do with a parent. All right, I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me